raised by Dr. Kalila, Parliament over the years has been known to be a place which is not open. We've been undertaking a lot of reforms over the years, and we think that we've made quite some progress, but we've not arrived. We've not arrived. One of the things that I'm still not satisfied myself, and I've decided that I'm going to be an instrument of change, because some of the officers, not only at Parliament, but in other government institutions, pride themselves in too much bureaucracies and procedures. We can't do this. This is unprocedural. This is how we have been doing it since time immemorial, from the 1960s. There are certain things that we are doing ourselves as Parliament from 1960s that we are still doing. The people that colonized us have since disbanded and left some of those practices. And so this reform agenda must be supported not only by the members of Parliament themselves, but you, the public. The Constitution has now provided for public participation. It is there, and Parliament is now obliged to ensure that members of the public, you, members of the public, participate in the affairs of Parliament. And this is where we come in as officers. We cannot be talking about Parliament itself reforming if we ourselves, the bureaucrats, don't reform. And this is why I'm pleased to announce to you that we have started a reform agenda, and unfortunately nobody is going to stop it. We are beginning to question ourselves why certain practices must remain the same as they were 20 years ago, when Britain and others, Australia, New Zealand, they've since discarded them. They've opened up Parliament. Now, the question is this, as I go towards concluding. Public participation does not just mean opening up Parliament for you people to just go there and sit and watch the members' debates in the public gallery. It's important, yes, people must sit in and enjoy the live debates. But that's not public participation. It's not enough. It's also not enough for Parliament and the committees of Parliament to continuously invite, and I'm now challenging, I wish all the MPs were here, because most of the time when they are considering bills or considering treaties and considering so many other things that are brought to Parliament, they only invite, what's the word, a certain clique of civil society organizations. I think we must change, we must reform. If it is not Law Association of Zambia, it is NGOCC, and such big things. What about the rest of you? What about the rest of us here? So I'm making an undertaking. I'll leave my contact details with one of my staff. You are free to write to the office of the clerk. Very soon, Parliament will open on the 13th of September. Immediately after that, the committees will be sitting to adopt their programs of work, which we publicize. And even when we publicize, maybe it's limited coverage. How many people watch TV? How many people have access to newspapers and so on and so on? So these are the things that we need to reform. So my reason for coming here is to assure you that Parliament is in the process of reforming, to try and open ourselves to the public. Public participation means a lot more. Citizens must engage us. We've introduced a lot of applications, e-Parliament, Facebook, Twitter, and there's a lot that is going there, including insults, and we don't mind. We read them, and we tell the members, we tell the presiding officers, the citizens are not happy about the way you're presiding. Don't stifle the members of Parliament to ask, yes, there are these rules, but please, let's do the follow. So we are listening to the masses. So, in the next 1 month, the budget will be presented, and again, for the first time in the history of this country and in the history of the National Assembly, we've never sent the budget estimates to various committees. For the first time. This is historic. The health budget, for instance, must be scrutinized by the Health Committee. These are the experts. How do they provide oversight? The education budget must be scrutinized by the Education Committee, so on and so forth. Again, this will be publicized. would like to invite you to make submissions. Find time in your own ways as a group or as individuals, civil society organizations, write to us. I'll be pleased myself to receive that, whether by WhatsApp or email, and give it to the appropriate officers to begin to invite ordinary citizens. And we're going to tell the committees to move away from dealing with only these selected few. And only centered in Lusaka is not Zambia.
Thank you.
That's why we need to invite you from Bush. So I conclude.